Yo, what's happening, guys? Coming at you from downforsoundshop.com, and we are going to be doing frequently asked questions segment number 59. But first, don't forget, guys, we're going to be taking the Tahoe to a bunch of different shows this year, but I also want you to tell me what shows you think I should take it to, because we want to be hitting some new shows this year. But some of the tried and true ones that we're going to be going to is the Incriminator Audio Show in North Alabama. We're going to be at that one. Slamology, obviously going to be at that one. Made of Steel, Scraping the Coast. So these are the top 4 that we always hit. Oh, also the Sundown Audio Show in North Carolina. Got to be there for that one. So, all right, guys, if you're watching this, you probably already know that we do frequently asked question videos all the time here to answer your questions that we see pop up a lot in the comments on these videos. So we're going to jump right into this. First question we have is from, let's see, Hood Reviews 123. It says, what would be a good amp to go with the new Sundown U6.5? Would the JP23 work, or should I do a JP13? If you're specifically talking about a single one of those, you'd probably want to go with the JP8, or if you wanted to do 2 of them, you could do the JP8 or the JP13. Would be more than enough in my opinion. But if you wanted to do a JP23, if you know what you're doing, would know what to look for, and know how to deal with higher power, you could do a JP23, but it's going to be pretty hot on those subs if you're doing just 2 of them. Especially if you're doing 1. I definitely wouldn't do that on a single JP23. Alright, moving on to the next one, we have Alfie Burke. It says, people have loads of different views on ground your amp to your battery. What's your opinion on grounding to batteries instead of chassis? Man, really just ground wherever you want to, as long as it's a good ground, like to your frame, or if you have batteries in the back, you can obviously ground to the batteries there, or you could ground to the batteries in the front, or a battery in the front. I personally always run the wire runs up to the battery in the front. For instance, in my work truck, I have dual batteries under the hood, and we have powers and grounds ran back to the back where the amps are. Same thing in the Tahoe. We have powers, 25 powers and 25 ground wires ran back to the back where all the batteries are. So that is the way that I do it, but people ground to their frame in the back all the time, or even the body, and it works perfectly fine. So really whatever you want to do. But me personally, we run them up to the front. Next we have Dominic Segovia. It says, planning on getting 2 Sundown SAV210 dual 4s with a JP23 with the epicenter wired down to 1 ohm. Do you think I'll need any electrical upgrades? I'm running stock battery and alternator in a Chrysler 300. I'm not really sure what alternator that car has, but I would definitely do at least a big 3. And to be safe, I would do a Down for Sound LTO 6.0 battery in the back next to the amplifier, and you should be golden with that. So that's what I would do personally. And I would also, on the SAV210s, I would go with the JP23 version 2 if you have it in your budget. It's about 80 bucks more, and you'll get a decent amount more output, because the SAV2s are some beastie subs, so they could handle a little bit more power. So that's my opinion on that. Next we have Jacques Van Eden. I was wondering what would be better for the kicker, quad box, a mono amp, or a 4-channel. I know the RMS is 2400 and was thinking about pairing it with the 4-channel JP454. RMS 4000. Sorry if my question is hard to understand. I'm fairly new to the self-install, by the way. I love the videos. You're the GOAT. Appreciate the compliment there. But on this one, you definitely don't want to do a 4-channel, in my opinion. I would get a you said it's 2400 watts RMS for that box, so I would probably do, if you wanted to get right at the RMS rating, I would do like a JP33 monoblock. Or personally, I would do at least, this is me personally, I would do at least a JP43 on that quad box, and I think it would get down very nicely. So that's my opinion on that. But don't do a 4-channel, don't do that. Last but not least, we have No Horsepower. It says, my X15 V3 I bought from Down for Sound that I have on my JP23 version 2 seems to get a warm dust cap really fast. I'm not clipping whatsoever on the bass knob though. Any idea if this is normal for those subs or not? It's normal for your sub to get warm. It should be getting like blazing hot, especially with you just having a JP23 version 2 on there. So And I see somebody commented, make sure you check for voltage drop and make sure your box is correct. You said you have 4.15 cubes net, so you're pretty close supposedly, but if you're off a little bit, and there's a bunch of factors that come into play there, but anyway, it should be fine. It's okay for a sub to get warm, even a little hot if you're banging on it for a while, but it shouldn't be getting so hot that you can smell it. If you're starting to smell it, then that's the issue. You definitely need to check it, turn it down, let it cool off so you don't damage the sub anymore. But anyway, it's okay if it gets hot. All right, appreciate you guys joining me on Frequently Asked Questions segment number 59. We're on our way to 100. All right, if you have any questions for me, you know what to do. Drop them in the comments below, and I'll try to answer them if I can. Remember the down for sound difference. Guaranteed lowest prices, fastest shipping, best customer service. We have a ton of different financing options on the website under the financing tab. So you can finance the system of your dreams today, pay it back over time with no additional cost to you. All right, guys, we'll see you in the next one. Later. What's happening, guys? If y'all enjoyed all the hot content that you saw in that video, be sure to follow me on YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, Instagram under the Life of Price, and also Down for Sound Shop on Facebook and Instagram, and don't forget Snapchat. I'm JPD4S on there, so be sure to check me out there. We'll see you in the next one. Later.